Hi guys, I'm Chris and welcome to Destination Hytale. Today, I'm bringing you a brief summary of the newest blog post, a visual tour of Zone 3. We got our first look at Zone 3 last week at the EGX conference with a teaser video, which is playing on your screen right now. You can spot new animals like mice and beautiful snowy owls amongst breathtaking scenery. So, starting off with the blog post. As detailed in the introduction to World Gen blog post back in January, each of Hytale Zones is procedurally generated using its own rules for topography and underground geography. Zones are comprised of multiple biomes, and the Hytale team is creating unique sets of prefabs for each. Taken together, this allows them to create expansive landscapes that have a distinctive visual identity and atmosphere. At launch, each zone will have a unique name, as you may have noticed from previous blog posts. Currently, the names aren't final, so the Hytale team uses the zone's numbers. Zone 3 is a wind-free region comprised of forested valleys, tall mountains, and deep caves. Each zone has an affinity with a particular aspect of elemental magic, and in Zone 3's case, that means water in all of its forms, from winding rivers to snow-capped peaks and icy glaciers. The wildlife you'll encounter in Zone 3 differs from what you'll find elsewhere. This shot shows a bird variant of woodpecker, with more to encounter as you explore, from wolves to polar bears and rams. I have to say, this woodpecker looks super cute, and I'll definitely smile each time I see one. Next up, we have a picture of a ram, in this case just minding its own business. Last time we saw one of these, it was being ridden into battle during the Hytale announcement trailer. We also have a new picture of the bioluminescent mushrooms in caves. They aren't located as deep in the caves as I expected, so they could even assist you in finding caves at night. Mine entrance prefabs like this one are found throughout the world. This example from Zone 3 is bigger than most and provides access to pre-existing underground structures. Handy if you don't fancy digging a tunnel the hard way. Taking a closer look at the screenshot, we can see a watchtower and a mysterious blue structure, which in my opinion is going to be a smeltery of some sorts. Now, this is an example of how multiple mineshaft prefabs can be dynamically combined to create unique underground environments. It spawns multiple prefabs that flow effortlessly because each prefab node adds in a staircase or ladder, explains World Team developer Baxter. The next prefab will continue that staircase or ladder. Making it have that rad flow was the most important thing for me to get right. This same process is used to generate dungeons. In this example, you can see the rock and snow of a procedurally generated cave leading out to a prefab dungeon encounter, including a skeletal defender. Back on the surface, time of day and weather changes dramatically alter how the landscape feels. Here, the setting sun introduces a burst of orange and pink to Zone 3's palette of cool blues, grays, and browns. This looks absolutely stunning. I love how the sun rays interact with the trees, making the game feel a bit less blocky without pushing the limits. Rendering and lighting effects are enormously useful for creating atmosphere. Zone 3 is an area of natural beauty that played host to some of the darkest moments in Norb's history. There's a somber sense to the region even when you're surrounded by nature. Central to that history are the Outlanders who call Zone 3 their home. The Hytale team will be revealing more about this breakaway human faction in the future, but in the meantime, here's another example of how Hytale's prefab system generates camps and forts based on the designs laid out by the concept artists. Outlander camps are imposing and bristle with defensive features like high walls and watchtowers. But who are they attempting to keep away? You'll have a chance to uncover the answer for yourself as you explore. Sturdy thatched buildings and communal fire pits provide a different perspective on life in Zone 3. It's not all ice and danger out here in the wild. Then again, sometimes it is. So yeah, that's it for the blog post. We got quite a lot of different screenshots and information. It's going to be really fun exploring the wildlife and finding out the secrets of the zone when the game is finally released. I'm Chris, this was Destination Hytale, and I'll see you guys in the next video.